Hey there, Eric Neller again. Maybe you saw my other video about how I got the book Unless We Pray. Well, the same brother, Jason Toller, rang me up and told me that Pastor Todd Smith was going to be in Sarasota. Actually, I think he sent me a text message first and said, "Are you in Sarasota or near Sarasota?" I said, "Bro, I'm in the middle of it, right?" So Pastor was in for this week, Monday and Tuesday nights, and I didn't have that in my schedule or agenda, but moved some things around, went up on Monday night, and just went in and sat and listened to the service. I was by myself, didn't have my wife with me, and it was awesome. The testimonial's amazing. But I didn't sign up to get in the water that night. And sure enough, when I left and we were told, if you're going to come back tomorrow, everything's going to try to fight you, and the devil's going to try to put all kinds of things in your way. And that happened. But we overcame that. And the next night, my wife and I went back, and we were resolved that we were going to get in the water. We had to go a little bit later, so we didn't get early registration. We were one of the later groups. It wasn't as crowded on Tuesday night, but we were going to be set in for a while, so we got sort of the tail end of the message and information and testimonials, and then we were waiting to get in the water. And I know the questions, if you haven't heard, the questions are, what's your name, where are you from, why are you getting in the water, and would you like to hold your nose now? Those are the questions. So when the question of why getting in the water, I didn't have anything in particular of my own from a healing need or something like that, but what I do have is I've got parents and family, and we've got it on both sides of our family, who are trapped in a cult. And that's what I was born into, and would have been a third-generation cult member, but by the grace of God, He broke us out of that and restored us in 2008. But we got family that are still in there. And if you're watching this, you and I have now shared more time talking about Jesus than I have with my family in the last 50 years. And it's not because they don't say they believe in Jesus, but every cult and every false religion will give you a different Jesus. They'll remove the deity of Christ, and they will give you a different Jesus. So I did not hear the gospel the first 35 years of my life, because they don't know who Jesus is. So they don't know the way. They don't know the door. They can't get there. Okay? So on to that evening, that's what we were standing in for. That's our miracle. We need somebody to get God, to get to them. Okay? Because we want that. Enough said. But now here's the part of what I did receive that night. I'm going to tell you what I did receive, and then I'm going to tell you why in another video, because I believe that I've had revelation about that. So last week on Friday, I noticed something on my chest that I thought, oh, it's just like an ingrown hair or something like that. Well, it turns out I believe it was a spider bite. Okay? And I believe that because it was getting worse by the next day. And I had another one about a month or two prior. So obviously I think I have a spider problem. I live in Florida where you could get eaten by an alligator or carried away by a mosquito if you're not careful, right? So what I did was I have this MMS. It's chlorine dioxide. Some people call it miracle mineral solution. I won't say too much about it in the video, because then the video will get taken down, because those who practice pharmakeia and sorcery don't like it because it's natural and it works. So for infection, it just blasts it out. So what I did earlier in the week, through the weekend, I had put the MMS on it, and it's caustic. It will burn, because it burns out the infection. It'll burn the surrounding skin. And I knew it was going to happen. I did it last time, the last one, and it took about 2 weeks or so to actually heal up, right? So that's what I was fully expecting. So I had this big scab in the middle of my chest. I just would keep a Band-Aid on that and keep it off my shirt and whatever, and I figured that's what I'll have for 2 weeks, and then that'll clear up and we'll be good, because I killed the infection, and it does work. Got in that water. I fully knew that why I was there, but I fully knew that I had that on my chest, but I didn't really give it much thought. And it hadn't bothered me at all. Like, it didn't have any pain. There was no itching all previous up to this. Since I killed the infection, just let it go. Well, that night, on Tuesday night, after we had gotten into the water, when I lay down and laid on my side, felt a little bit of pain, but it also itched, right? That was Tuesday night. Today is Thursday, but by the afternoon of yesterday, Wednesday, the only thing that was holding that scab on my chest was my chest hair. Sorry for the vivid image. And I just got to show you that what came off, once the scab is gone, there's nothing there but just pink skin. So what's left now, it's just like fresh pink skin. There's nothing. There's no pain there. There's no lingering infection. Like I said, the other one that I had that was lower on my stomach took about really 2 weeks to clear up after I had burned out that infection. So I did receive a verifiable miracle of supernatural fast healing for that particular area of my body from getting in the water. So that's my testimony, and nobody can change that because it happened, and I have something to compare it to. So that's real. Now I'm going to cut another video after this one as to what I believe through revelation and working in the field with it, what's happening, and it is rooted in prayer, and it's all from God, and it's amazing, and I hope you're going to like it. See you soon.